Welcome back to school, everyone, and welcome to rule number 1 of our 7-rule series on responsible use of technology. Today, you will learn all about our first rule when using school technology. You may use school technology for educational purposes only. But before we get started, what exactly is school technology? Well, folks, it may be more than you think. Yes, technology includes iPads and Chromebooks, but also included in this list are things like smartboards, VR goggles, and your Google and ClassLink Launchpad usernames, both while you are in school and while you are at home. Yes, whether you are at school or at home, you must use our technology responsibly. And today, we will focus on using it for education only. So, what are some examples of educational purposes? Well, there is quite a lot of things you can do. I will just name a few of them. For example, you could go on Dreambox,
Ding!
Tumblebooks,
Ding!
Pebble Go,
Ding!
Google Classroom,
Ding!
Brain Pop,
Ding!
WeVideo,
Ding!
Overdrive Digital Library,
Ding!
or pretty much anything your teacher tells you to do.
Ding, ding, ding!
Now, there are some examples of things that are not educational. The following things are things you should never do at school and you should never do while using your Google account at home. These are things like YouTube and Netflix,
No way!
social media,
No way!
any type of video games,
No way!
Google image random searching.
No way!
These are things that are not responsible, folks. Go ahead and use these things at home, boys and girls. Of course, checking with your parents first and obeying age requirements. More on that later. But you may not use these things, even at home, if you are using your school Google account, as this account is for learning only. While Fortnite is fun, dude, it is not educational. Now, when you are in school, just like anything else, you are expected to stay on task. This means if your teacher wants you on Google Classroom and you decide that you would rather read Diary of a Wimpy Kid on Overdrive, your teacher will be very angry because you are not being responsible. But if your teacher wants you on Google Classroom and you are working hard on Google Classroom, your teacher will be so happy because you are being responsible. Rah, rah, siskumba! At home, of course, you have a little more freedom. Your parents should always know what you are doing so that you can stay safe. More on that later. But you have choices. Just remember, you must be using school technology to learn. As a tip, anything on ClassLink Launchpad is a good choice. If you're unsure about whether or not you should be using it, ask your teacher or librarian what they think. Using technology for educational purposes is responsible.